Okay, that was so legit. Someone hire us right now.
Amazing. You guys, happy Halloween. This is the Halloween special
Halloween special, lighting
of
candles
Two Blonde
for.
Bimbos.
Okay, this is it's probably gonna be one of my favorite episodes.
Maybe me too. Yeah. Yeah.
We're telling fucking ghost stories today, baby.
User submitted ghost stories.
Ghosts.
Or listener submitted. Who are the users?
Ghosts, come hither. Where are you?
The happy haunts.
We are recording in the dark. I really in advance. Please watch the YouTube video of this. It's worth it. We have
There's
fucking
props.
candles. We have props, bro.
We have a new lighting design. We've got costumes.
And we're here to make some frightening tales and tell you great times and share all the wisdom of the ghosts.
If you are not a believer now, you will be by the end of the evening.
Okay, seriously, you guys are here for the ghost shit, though. We got some serious ghost stories.
This is great. I'm excited. Everybody submitted. I mean, I'm going to admit to when I've done a bad thing. Here's what. Whenever I say, hey, submit something for the podcast, nobody says shit. But if I just am like, tell me a ghost story that happened to you, I get so many.
A million.
So, yeah.
Here we go. We have ghost story.
That's just
so we we have had experiences with ghosts. We've talked about before. We believe in ghosts.
Yes.
And now
Yes,
we realize how many other people in this community have some seriously haunting ghost stories.
The bimbo community.
The bimbo community is haunted and full of witches and witchcraft.
I love it.
Okay, who wants to go first? I want you to laugh like that periodically. We're just okay.
Tonight, I will begin the tale, and I will read my iPhone by candlelight.
Yep. Amazing. Let's hear the first ghost story of the night.
Haunted house story. My roommates and I started noticing little things happening at first. Doors we never used would flay. Hold on, I've got to correct the way that people. Hold on, let me do another take. This is not me. This is the script I've been provided. It has
we
a
are
couple
drunk,
errors,
actually.
so I'm gonna improvise some sentence completion.
Let's do it.
Magic. Doors we never used, wide open. Objects in not where we put them, and in strange places. One of my roommates started having voices speak through her electronics. She would even unplug them and it would still happen. I witnessed it once with my TV. But the creepiest thing that happened is one night I was asleep and my boyfriend woke up to me like writhing and moving all creepy and talking in another language. And my dog was freaking the fuck out. And then a framed picture flew off the wall and hit me in the head and woke me up.
Oh my god.
I couldn't figure out why everyone was so creeped out. In my experience, I was having a deep sleep. Then we found out that the old owner of the house died in the bedroom I was in because he was locked in during a heat wave. This was an old house that didn't have AC, and the man was very old.
Oh.
And that's how the current owner got possession of the house. We found all of this out from an older tenant and moved out.
Dun dun dun. Let's see what I got. I'm going to read the next tale. Okay, let's see what this is. Sorry, I didn't pre-read mine. Okay.
Trigger warning. We have not read through
Trigger warning. I have not read all of these because there's a zillion. Okay, let's start with this one. Paranormal sightings wait, that's the first part. Hold on. Oh god, there's so many. Okay. Saw a ghost walking down the driveway at Kentwell Hall in Suffolk, UK. It was dark and late. No, I wasn't drunk. She had a big skirt on, holding a basket. My cousin was with me and saw it too. We thought we were seeing
Is
things.
she the ghost?
Yes. We thought we thought we were seeing things, but relaying it to a local. Apparently, there used to be a pub halfway down the driveway, which burnt down and a lady was killed. Proper spooked us afterwards. We still talk about it today. Dun, 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 dun.
I think we can comment on some of them. So we've heard those are the first two stories.
Yeah. Lots of like actual scene. Like they saw the ghost on the street.
Lots of manifestations, full manifestations of the ghost of the spirit.
Yeah, lots of people. They found out someone died in that area.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my god, you guys. It's getting dark in here.
It's getting dark in here. I mean, it's been dark in my ghost story. I was in 6th grade at a friend's birthday party. A group of about 12 of us were camping in an old pasture because we lived in a tiny town with no real camping spots. One of the guys in my tent woke up. Oh, is this co-ed? Oh, wait. Oh, no, this is from a fella. Sorry, I was like, co-ed camping.
I know, I
Good
was
for
like,
you,
wow,
12-year-olds,
wow.
you nasty freaky. Sorry, let me get back into it. I have to change. I mean, I'm going to keep my voice. It was an artistic choice, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, one of the guys in my tent woke up to go pee and woke us all up because he said he saw something. We all woke up and stuck our head out of the front of the tent and saw a figure standing in the middle of the pasture. She was surrounded by a dim white glow and had on what looked like a wedding dress. We were terrified and closed our tent and zipped up the windows as fast as we could. We ended up falling asleep like an hour later. How?
How?
I would not be. I would be up all night with my flashlight. I would be take turns sleeping. Okay. But good for you. Good for you and your 12-year-old anxiety levels, which is 0. We ended up falling asleep or maybe the ghost put like a sleep draft out on them. Oh, anyways, the next morning we told the guy hosting the party's parents, and they looked at us like we were crazy. Years later, we still agreed that we definitely saw her.
You saw her. She was there.
Sorry for anyone who was ASMRing to my voice.
This next one. Let me just. Okay, let's just go into it. This one's a little darker, I think, but not too crazy. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
My ghost story is kind of long. My grandfather passed away in 2004. Around 2006, my family moved with my grandma temporarily for about 6 months. During that time, my mom found my grandpa's old high chair from when he was a baby. She loved it and wanted to restore it, so she brought it out of the storage to my grandma's house. My grandma had those motion sensor security systems. Once my mom brought in the chair, every night her motion sensor would activate in the living room with the chair. This happened almost every night, the alarm waking everyone up. She called the security company and they inspected her sensors but insisted nothing was wrong. Eventually, she stopped using the motion sensors, never really realizing why they stopped working. Eventually, my family moved into our own home. My mom was never got a chance to finish the chair, but brought it with us and kept it in the basement. My parents also purchased a security system, complete with motion detectors. Months after living in the new home, my mom finished sanding and staining Grandpa's high chair. This must have been 2009-ish. She brought the chair up to the dining room for display. That same night, the motion detector in the dining room goes off. I don't think it happened every night, but it kept happening over and over again. The motion detector going off. After years of no problems with the motion detectors, my mom called the company. They inspected, again, said there was nothing wrong with her system. My mom called my grandma to commiserate, saying maybe the sensors just wear off with time. My grandma said, actually, I started using my system again eventually. I haven't had any issues since then. My mom finally realized it was the high chair. It was the spirit of my grandfather visiting, or there's some energy left around the personal object of this. Because it's my grandpa, she didn't attempt to cleanse it or get rid of it. She just stopped using the security system. The high chair remains in her dining room today, and we all know it may be a little haunted by my grandpa. Okay, this is sick. You literally have a haunted high chair in your dining room,
Haunted high chair.
and you know it, and you're like here for it, and you're like, hey, grandpa, what up?
Grandpa's just having Thanksgiving dinner with us this year.
I love that. Ah, stop.
I love that one too. And I also love that they're like, oh, fuck our security system.
They're
we
like,
don't need
we
it
don't,
anymore.
it's fine. It's grandpa's just fucking
Nobody
with the
rob them,
sensors.
please.
Yeah.
Officer, someone broke into our house, but I no longer use my security system because the ghost of my grandfather is in the house and he kept setting off the motions. I love it. I love that detail. Fabulous. Thank you for anyone who's hearing their ghost story. I hope that our interpretations of them are,
Good.
as respectful as they can be.
Yeah.
This one, I have not read. So, because I'm now, I think that might be kind of fun to blindly read.
It is very interesting to blindly read these.
And this one, the only thing I know because I see sorority house in the first one, so I will be interpreting it.
Oh wait, I have that same one, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Y'all don't repeat on us. Okay. So my ghost story happened while I was living in my sorority house during my sophomore year of college. The house was small and pretty old. There were 2 bedrooms on the first floor that were separated from the living room by a door. One night, it was maybe 2 a.m., and 3 of my sisters and I were in the living room telling each other spooky stories. The door separating the living room from where the 2 bedrooms were, including my own, was opened all the way. Out of nowhere, the door just starts shutting. Before it actually closes all the way, it just swings back and forth. We all thought it was one of our sisters from upstairs playing a prank on us, but there was literally no one else there. There is nothing I can logically find that would explain how the door could swing back and forth as much and as fast as it did. This house was said to be a site of a nursing home, and it was pretty common for the sisters who lived there throughout the years to have weird occurrences like this as well.
Dun dun dun, haunted sorority house. Oh my god. So many like old past houses turn into like new like renovated homes with haunted spirits in it.
Y'all, I mean, I be on my Zillow all the time looking at old houses from like 1700 now that I'm looking in the Northeast, and I'm like, why is this so cheap? Like I have that. That's the
You're
thought
like,
I think
oh,
every
it might
time.
be haunted.
I'm like, 300,000, no, not 300, 3,000 square feet for $600,000. What's going on?
Dun dun dun, mystery.
It's haunted.
Okay, this one's short but sweet, and I like it. When I was a kid, I thought I army crawled from my room to sneak. I think they messed up. I think it was like when I was a kid, I wanted to army crawl, or I crawled from my room to sneak a peek of Santa. I was excited to see him quickly darting around my living room. It never struck me as alarming as a child, but I literally saw a black shadow running back and forth and thought Santa. What?
Here's what you got to do. You got to rearrange them letters, and it's going to be Satan. You're not too far off, honey.
It's not Santa, it's Satan, honey, baby boo boo. Oh my god, what the fuck? She's like, oh my god, Santa, is that you? It's like, no, I'm fucking Satan. Like, what the fuck?
You spelled my name wrong, bitch.
I'm giving you coal. Fuck you. Like, whoa, that's so crazy that you were like, yay, mom, I saw Santa. And mom's like, sweetie, no.
I have to tell you, I think I'm like legit freaking myself out with our the vibes that we're setting in the house and the stories we're telling, and the fact that like Houston has left.
Oh god, are you gonna be scared?
I think I am. I think I'm gonna get myself wigged out.
Oh my god, like, you guys, we're gonna have to stop this podcast because Rosie's gonna pee her pants.
I gotta like keep the lights on and like watch Ted Lasso.
Yeah, we're watch a comedy, eat some good food. Yeah. Okay, you go. You're next.
Are you? Was that the end?
Yeah, they just thought Santa was.
Well, Mama, I need to know what else happened. Like that was kind of a. I mean, that's the mark of a good storyteller, though. I guess, like I'm wanting more.
I guess when you're young, you kind of don't. You just think like, oh, a black shadow running back and forth. Like I guess that's just what Santa looks like. But like, yeah, honey, no.
Mama, I mean, like, good for you having an open mind of like all the things that Santa could be. Santa is too fat too.
Santa ain't running. He eating the cookies.
He a big old geriatric man, honey. You guys, sorry for my internalized fat phobia there. Whoops. I like a good fat joke about, I'm cool with it. Anyways,
Oh my god, what's the next one?
ghost story. When I was 7, my great grandma died. I spent summers with my grandparents, so I was there to help clean out the house after she passed. I was tasked with getting the hundreds of magazines that she kept in her attic out to the garage to be taken to the dump. About halfway through the process, a stack of magazines, about 8 or 9 total, floated off the ground to the pile I had created by the stairs to take downstairs, which was across the room. I ran out screaming, and I have never stepped a foot in the house since. My great grandma lived in a small town across the state from where I lived. A girl I went to middle school with ended up moving there, and when she came back to visit, she was telling our friend group about the haunted house in her town. It was my great grandma's house. I had never told anyone my experience besides my grandparents and my mom, so she had no clue of what I had experienced.
Oh my god. Everyone has these
I,
haunted fucking houses, man.
this is not the first story that I've received that this kind of happened during the period when after a family member passes and
Mm-hmm.
you're going through their belongings that something
Yeah.
occurs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that seems like the ripest time for a spirit to be like, don't
Yeah.
touch my shit. Um I mean, I would be like terrified. I'd be like, oh my god, they're gonna find XYZ. Maybe they are there to influence what you discover
What
about
you
them.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
She's
definitely
like,
think
oh
it's a
no.
time. Like people always have like these moments when someone passes and they're definitely like going through the stuff and I've heard a lot of stories. Like even my own parents and stuff have experienced stuff like that as well.
When I was at my grandmother's funeral, I heard her laughing from inside her urn. So I thought
Whoa.
that's was my experience. Like I heard her like chuckling, and it sounded like cartoonishly like it was inside the urn,
Oh
which
my
I
gosh.
appreciate. I mean, it was funny because it was like in during the service, and like nobody heard it besides me.
You.
So
Yeah.
I just like wonder. And then I went to a tarot reader, I think a few years later, and she was like, "Oh yeah, your grandmother who passed is one of your spirit guides," and
That's dope.
she's a cool lady.
That's
So
so cool.
what's up,
Okay.
Janet?
What's hey? Okay, next ghost story. This just happened last Friday, they said.
Oh shit. Okay, this is a
Oh shit.
fresh spirit.
Was sleeping and woke up because I had a feeling of being watched. When I opened my eyes, there was someone standing next to my bed, so I freaked out and yelled for my protection dog. The thing I saw then appeared to run into my hallway. She came running in and looked at me like I was crazy. So I
No.
told her to attack, and she ran around the house full attack mode only to find nothing. We checked all doors, windows, and security cams. There was no human body in my house or leaving my house. I was so freaked out. My protection dog had to sleep next to me all night. Also, FYI, she knows she is on guard all night and does inside patrols all night. Once I came out of my sleepiness, I realized she would have alerted me if someone was in fact in the house. Still get goosebumps thinking about it. Holy shit.
This is clearly a dog that has been trained for this task. Like this is a service dog. How do we get one? I hate that
Holy
that's what I'm taking from this.
Holy
That's
moly.
terrifying because
Well,
that
because it's
dog,
also like a fresh thing that just happened to this person. Like they just saw someone like standing up for them.
yes.
That's so
I'm
spooky.
glad that your dog was there to protect you. I think that your dog is on it, even if it's like a from the beyond
Yeah.
situation. It seems like your dog has a connection because your dog was going crazy, you know? Dogs often sense things
Oh,
like that.
they sense it. Oh my god, that's so spooky, you guys.
Okay. This is great because I think that this one has like all caps in
Oh
it,
fuck. All
so we know
caps is
we're
serious.
in. A friend that I went to elementary school with always said her house was haunted, and I never believed her. One day we were alone and sitting in her living room watching television. All of a sudden, her cat came running into the room and stared at one spot on the wall. He was hissing and pawing at it. Weird, but okay, kitty. My friend and I were eating a Kit Kat bar. When she finished, she put the wrapper down on the coffee table. Then it slowly moved to the opposite side of the table. We were the only ones in the house, and no one touched it. All windows and doors were closed and locked. There was no wind or draft. I thought I was seeing things until she said, "Did you see that too?" We were so scared that we froze and kept watching television. I slept over at her house that night. Why? Why, Mama? Like, to me, she's either lying to you to scare you, or there is demons in the house. Okay, but you know what? I mean, I'd be curious. Okay, maybe she's got more of those Kit Kats.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We were sharing a pull-out couch bed in the basement. No. The minute you show me this is where we're bunking in the basement.
You're like, goodbye.
I'm out. We already saw the Kit Kat ghost. Okay. We were up late talking. We were up late talking to boys on MSN, LOL, at being teens in 2005, and finally went to bed around 1. When she turned out the light, the sink tap slowly turned on its own. I never slept over at her house again after that.
She's like, sorry, no sleepovers. Thank you.
Poor girl. Poor girl.
Okay, there is one. Oh my gosh, this one is spooky. I'm like, oh, spooky. Okay. When I was in college, our dorm room was haunted by a girl who had been murdered on campus.
Oh no.
She lived in our room when she died. She regularly would move things around the room, turn on the shower, but the scariest is when I would wake up to her staring at me on the top bunk. My roommate would see her then too. She's not the only ghostly experience I or others in my family have had. There also was a white figure who lived in my closet as a child. And my sister woke up in the hospital the night my nephew was born, and to my grandfather standing over his bassinet. My grandfather had passed 4 years before. This person definitely sees spirits a lot.
So my ring light is flickering. I just wanted to let you know.
Stop
That's not
it.
something that normally occurs. No, it's flickering. I'm just sharing that with you.
Cool.
I'm just saying it out loud. Say it out loud. Call it out. I'm going to do my little go away. I'm enjoying a conversation with my friend. I don't want to talk to anyone. Thank you.
Oh my God, stop. We come in peace. We love you. We are here for you. We support you. That's how
If you guys, this is what wouldn't it be crazy if while we're recording this, like a portion of the dialogue is missing?
It's like, or it's like
something
sounds all
that.
distorted.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
well,
my God.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this is getting creepy.
You know what? We're setting ourselves up for it, but I should have like burned some Palo Santo or something like that.
We'll be okay. We'll like sing a little song and
sing a little song.
Oh, ghosts, baby ghosts.
Go away. I mean, I live in a new apartment. So.
I'm also scrolling and I see a ton. There's another sorority thing, like a lot of sorority ghost stories.
I wonder if that's like the culture, like if the houses are so old, it's on college campus. It's like, but also like if you hype it out of each other, who knows? A lot of energy. Oh my God. I live in the house my great grandfather built. It's the house I grew up in. My kids are the 5th generation to live here. I never met him. He died before I was born. One day I was outside hanging the washing. I like your lifestyle. You seem very like cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you seem like it's like some old school. All right. I'm on board to the atmosphere you're setting up. With your life.
We like your lifestyle.
The kids were playing around me. I had this sense the kids are outside. You're hanging the wash. Like it seems like you've got it all figured out, Jen. Thank you, Jen, for submitting this. The kids were playing around me. I had this sense that someone was standing at the door to the laundry. We operate a very open door policy house, so it was not unusual for people to pop by. I wasn't expecting anyone, but when I became aware of someone being there, I got a calm, warm feeling, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw that person lean against the door frame and fold their arms, happy, like they were surveying the scene and approving. When I looked over, they were gone. A couple of days later, I described the scene and the person to my Nana, and she cried. It was her father.
Oh my gosh. I love that story. That's so sweet. Oh my God.
I mean, I have to tie in another thing. I saw, like, kind of early in our relationship, I saw Houston's grandfather come in the house, and he had, like, a really similar attitude to that. He, like, folded his arms. He was, like, younger, like, when he would have been in the war, in the 40s or whatever. And he was, like, wearing, like the tank top and, like, the dog tags and, like, pants. And, like, he had camera. And I found out later from Houston that his grandfather was like an aircraft photographer for the war.
Right. I think you told me this. Yeah.
And and he like looked around the room and he was like, pretty good. Like he really liked
Like approval kind of
he
thing.
liked me being there.
Yeah. That's so sweet. I love that.
And
Okay.
that reminds me of that story. That's sweet.
That's
I
really
like we have
sweet.
sweet ghost story.
This next one is a sorority one again.
Yes.
Okay. So I was in a sorority and we were doing a ritual for one of the sisters who had gotten in a car accident in the 1970s. We're doing a ritual
Mama.
like trying to get the girl to come, like the ghosts, the spirits. Like, what are we
Come
doing?
hang out with you? Or are you like trying to put her to rest?
I
I don't know about.
And so what we do for the ritual is we visit the pond late at night and lay some flowers down. So on our way back to the dorms after doing so, we had a girl come up to our group and ask for the direction of the pond, and it's like 11:30 at night. So I point and tell her. She says thank you, compliments my bow and my sorority colors. I turned to go to and cough, and she was gone, like no trace of her. And we all went looking for her, and she was poof gone, super freaky. Later on, we looked up the newspaper obituary of the girl, and it was exactly her. Oh
I
my
love that one.
gosh!
I love that one. I like your hair. I like your bow.
I like your hair. And we're in the same sorority. Oh my god, that gives me great. That's chills. Oh my gosh.
I like that one. That one was sweet. And I think she probably was like, she appeared for you because you were respecting her.
You were
memory.
honoring her, and you were giving her flowers, and she wanted to say hello.
The ritual seemed less like a ritual and more like a memorial.
Yeah, an honoring. Yeah, for sure.
I'm taking a little video of my lamp flickering. I don't
Is
know if you'll
it
be able to
really
see it.
flickering right now?
Yeah, it did it again.
Does it do that ever?
No.
Oh,
It would
me.
my ADD is crazy. Like I would like be, really
I
distracted.
have
by
glasses
it.
on and I'm trying not to look around because
You don't want to have the vibes too.
I feel energy, so I don't want to look. I don't want to fucking look because if something starts fucking moving, I will be like, wow, sweet, awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I love those last two ones. Very sweet.
Those are so sweet. That's like a little like.
Oh.
What? Oh my god! Did you
I'm
get
doing this one in an accent because I saw New Orleans.
Oh yes! Oh
I'm
my god!
sorry,
If you can do a New Orleans accent, that's fucking hard.
I don't think I can. I'm just gonna do like Southern Belle.
Ooh yeah, I like that.
At a hotel in New Orleans in 2019. In New Orleans in 2019, they gave physical keys for rooms. They went missing. My friend and I searched for hours, tore the room apart, couldn't find them. We blinked and they literally fell out of nowhere in the middle of the empty space in the room and clattered to the tile floor. The emoji is doing this. There's three little faces. Went on a spooky tour that night, and they stopped at our hotel and talked about the kid ghost that liked to mess with people. I stayed at that hotel.
What? What hotel?
Yes. I don't remember the name of it, but Houston and I stayed there. I wish, but yeah, we had the
about
same
this
story. We stayed there, yeah, because they said the kid ghosts like to play pranks.
Oh my god!
Because it used to be like that's so funny. That's so cool. Houston and I, we felt vibes that night, but I did my, hey, leave us alone. We want to enjoy our night. Thank you. You have to be direct and polite and just like you're talking to a kid or a cat that's jumping on your bed. You know?
Be very assertive, but nice. Thank you.
Assertive but nice, yeah.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that was the end.
That's so crazy. That's crazy that you stayed at that same hotel. That's so cool.
We definitely stayed at that same one.
Okay, this one is paranormal sightings every time. That's how it starts. Wait.
Terror.
Wow, that's like that's very straightforward. Once in the old part that overlooks 6th Street, Austin, I think they said below. They're talking about Austin.
Yes.
Doors slamming even though they were shut and locked. Second time, this time in the new part of the building. A woman in the window the whole night in 1930s garb in the room, and a horrifying experience with hot spots, cold spots, and electricity issues in the ballroom. The third time, apparently a whole fucking party from the 20s. It's a stunning hotel, but its position on all of Austin's ghost tours is 100% deserved. That ballroom behind the bar is most consistently active spot for sure. I wonder what ballroom they're talking about because I lived in Austin for a second, but I didn't go to any of the ghost stuff. And I know there's like haunted stuff in Austin too.
I didn't either.
Fucking,
I did not either.
They're having a fucking party, bro.
There's haunted stuff everywhere. Yeah, they're probably like, just got out of a show. It was amazing. It was so cool. Okay. Ghost story. I'm gonna read
Ghost
exactly how this
story.
is.
Ghost story.
I'm sorry for the audio levels, you guys. So sorry. From the age of 16 to 23, I lived in the same room of my parents' house, and probably about twice a month, I would get woken up in the night with the feeling of someone sitting down on my bed and touching the bottom part of my leg.
Ooh.
Oh, no, no, no. I have always been spiritual, and I never felt bad energy from the ghost, so I just kind of let it be. No one in my family believed me, and my two older sisters had both lived in the room before me and never felt anything. Well, some people are sensitive and some people are
Yeah.
not. I just want to toss that out
Yeah.
there. So never shut down anyone's experience if you haven't had it. And that goes for all things. Let's just say that. One night while I was on vacation, my sister spent the night in my room and had the same thing happen to her. She said out loud to the room that if the ghost was real, give her a sign.
Oh,
And after she said that, the home phone line rang
I've had this
and the
happen.
lights outside the house turned on. She got really scared and the next day saged the room. We sold the house, so not sure of the ghost or spirit is still there.
I've totally had that happen. I've said like if you're here, and
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
had
yeah.
had things happen. Oh my
We went
gosh.
to the Adolphus in Dallas, the
Mm-hmm.
hotel for a friend's
Yeah, it's really
bachelorette, and they're
nice.
like, "Oh, the 13th or the ballroom floor is haunted," and it was under construction. And Peyton, my friend Peyton, and I went up there and snuck in. We just
So
and
like
then
you
it
two,
was
I love it.
we're naughty. And we literally were like, if there's anyone here, like let us know. And this like floodlight goes on in there, like that the construction team would use. And it was like, I think we were screamed, and we like were on Facebook Live. Like we were
You're like, wait, hold on, guys.
it was legit. I think it's still on Facebook if anyone
That's
doubts me.
hilarious. Okay, I got another one. Let's see. So I lived in this old house in Nova Scotia with a bunch of roommates, and weird things went on. Banging pipes in the basement, cupboard doors opening, glasses falling, rat infestation, etc.
No.
You said absolutely not. I
Uh-uh.
started catching glimpses of this figure in flannel early on in the time there, but it wasn't until both of my roommates moved out that he became more solid and things started calming down. And I realized he'd been trying to push them out. It was a toxic living situation, in parentheses. So apparently the living situation was toxic. We cohabitated happily for a while, but the end of my lease was coming up and I was moving abroad. The closer it got to my move out date, the more weird things started ramping up again. The day I moved out, the final box, I had to fight my way out the door. It felt like I was moving through mud. Wait, I'm also pretty sure his name was Jamie. I don't know why. I'm also currently working in a very haunted stage at a high school. Nothing specifically weird has happened yet, but there are ghosts everywhere. Anyway, love your page. Oh, thanks. Sorry, I thought that was part of the story. First of all, you couldn't get out the door because it felt like mud.
That sounds like a dream. Like I've had dreams like that. You know what I mean? Where it was
I
like
would not be. I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here right now. Oh my gosh, that's spooky. If something's like holding you back, like that's spooky.
terrifying. Like I don't like it when it physically
Like
impacts you.
hold
You
you,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
mess with my electricity all you want, but
But like,
no.
don't touch my body.
Mm.
No.
Oh yes. In high school, I used to work at a flower shop that was housed in a 100-plus-year-old building
Ooh.
that used to be the old feed mill in our small rural town. It was haunted by a couple of different spirits. The most active one was Bill, who used to be the foreman when the mill was active. He would hide our car keys, lock the door after we had unlocked and opened for the day, turn on faucets, so many mischievous things. A medium visited once, and she spoke to him, and he said he liked the little blonde the best, also known as my boss and the owner of the shop. The space was also haunted by a little boy and a little girl who would knock toys off shelves, make the old turnstile candy machine turn, and have the candy fall out and would giggle and laugh. There was also a woman who wore old fashioned clothing who would be seen sweeping and cleaning, though the medium who visited said she would not talk to her. It was such a cool old building, and most of the spirits seemed friendly. It did get spooky when you were alone, though, and in certain spots in the basement back in the day, the feed mill was also served as the space where the local undertaker business, okay, that explains a lot of the activity,
Yeah.
would store bodies before funerals because the basement was solid stone and very
Oh my
cold no
God.
matter what the weather. Sorry for the long messages, but I love spooky things, and this was such a fun place to work. I'm glad that you
Yeah,
were into it.
loved it. Like,
Lean into it and have fun. I mean, it sounds like all those ghosts were just like chill.
okay,
I
this
wonder if they had worked in the mill or if they were like people
peop
from the
yeah. Oh,
downstairs.
that was kind of like a cute little quaint story. I like that.
I like that one a lot. I'd see that
This
TV
next
show.
one's kind of dark, but like,
Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
maybe trigger warning, but it's nothing like wild, but trigger warning just in case.
Okay.
My grandfather, aptly named Dick, abused my dad and all his siblings. He was so awful that my dad cut off contact and I never met him. My dad would tell me about him in bits and pieces. Like at a certain age, I started to have to clear my throat a lot after I. Like at a certain age, I started to have to clear my throat a lot after I eat. My dad also had the trait and was irradiated that I had inherited because it was something Dick used to do. Fast forward years later, and I'm driving to work. I have the radio on low, but all of a sudden, I hear a very distinct throat clearing noise right next to me. It scared the shit out of me because I thought someone was in my car. I turned off the radio and looked around and listened, nothing. The next day, my dad called me to tell me that Dick had died and had been talking about how much he hated my dad until his last breath. I was shocked and told him that what had happened in my car. My dad just very calmly said, "Oh, yes, that was him. He visited me last night."
Oh
The
no.
doorbell rang at 3 a.m. and it wasn't the normal sound. It was a singy, songy, sweet, and creepy. I knew in my gut it was Dick, so I shouted, "Leave me the fuck alone, Dick," and tried to go back to sleep. There have been no more visitations from Dick since those initial encounters. My dad has since passed away as well, and he visits me in the form of his favorite animal, a crow. He was an extremely talented artist, so I also feel his presence strongly whenever I'm creating something.
I love that
That's
story.
so cool. I love that your dad visits you as a crow.
And
That's
I also love the
so
getaway dick. Oh,
aptly named Dick. Of
yeah.
course.
Fuck off, dick.
That's so interesting. I love when parents also fully have seen ghosts and when their children bring it to them, they're like, absolutely, I saw him last night. Just very like
Yeah.
reassuring because
Yeah.
some parents can probably be like, what did you see? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's validation, makes you feel like connected on that level.
I think I have a story that's like about like a mother. I don't even know. I don't have it, but like someone I had a story and it's probably like not screenshot in the right place. But it was some parent that like did not affirm the kid in the moment
In the,
and
okay.
but then later when they were adult, they were like, yeah.
Yeah, you were actually like not saying
Oh,
shit. Like,
I think I got it.
okay.
Oh, no, this is not that's not okay, I'm just going to do what I got. Okay. Ghost story. I was tossing and turning for a few hours trying to sleep. Finally decided if I can't sleep, might as well do something productive. I rolled over so I was laying on my back, opened my eyes, found myself staring at the face of a person, female presenting, long brown hair, black rainbow striped sweater, that was leaning over my bed. I screamed and punched them, but my fist didn't make contact with anything. I pulled the covers over my head, trying to figure out whose face it was. I quickly ruled out all of my roommates as it couldn't have been them, appearance wise. Additionally, two of them were gone for the weekend. I waited for laughing or retaliation in case it was an attack slash invasion or a prank. Nothing followed. I decided to get up and check the windows and doors, all closed and all locked. I do live in a house built in 1910. Often it feels like someone is watching us.
Ugh. Dun dun
Stripy
dun.
rainbow sweater. Sounds like somebody's visiting you from like not too long
That's what
ago.
I was gonna say because when you said that, I was like, that's something I would wear.
Yeah. Maybe someone from at least the 70s, you know?
Sorry, I have to cough. This candle is like in my throat. Okay, let's see. Okay, girl, I saw your stories asking for ghost stories. I lived in an apartment in Virginia. We had just moved in and moved across the country. My husband and I start hearing things here and there, nothing big. Then things like dishes breaking and a loud laughter. I remember laying on the sofa and the trash can lid starts spinning. That's when we knew for sure the place was haunted. My husband was military and I was often alone at night. I started feeling super strange one night, like I could sense someone near me. It's dark. I'm in on an air mattress and I hear her laugh. It's totally a little girl. Then I see her footprints in the carpet. She's running back and forth through the hallway and bedrooms. This happens every night for weeks. The only scary part was when she would throw the books off the bookcases. I give birth to my daughter and she wakes up every single time I leave a room. We set up a camera and have actual footage, cut it off, and of the blankets here. Wait, hold on. Nothing big, nothing. Where? We set up a camera and have actual footage of the blankets being slowly pulled off our newborn daughter. We moved very shortly after.
Yeah, bye.
Oh my! When people have like
Mm-mm.
footage of their baby like in a crib and weird shit,
Mm-mm.
like I don't know if there was a viral video recently of the dog's collar coming off. Did you see the TikTok video?
No.
There's a huge viral, and people are saying like if you're not convinced of ghosts, like this is the video that will like fuck you up. There's two dogs in cages, and their parents are away at work, so they're in their cages, and the two dogs start like they never do this. They're normally silent, like barking like they see like something horrifying, and then out of nowhere, the one dog in the crate to the right, like something pushes the dog, and the collar flings off, like the snap collar you have to pulls off, and you see it float and fall off.
I need you to send me that.
It
That's
is. Oh,
creepy.
it's like it went so viral because people were like, "There's no way you could like edit that." It was alarming. What's wrong? Why are you smiling like that?
I'm just like gonna freak myself out. Like the
Why?
house is so dark. I just feel like the
Oh
minute we
shit!
we end this podcast, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna like turn on the lights and
You're
like
gonna
put
be
on
like,
Ted Lasso so fast. I'm gonna be like, I need sound. I'm getting wigged. This is very effective. If you are listening at home, I hope that you are
okay,
also
well, let's do one more each so we don't get
okay.
too spooked. Because I think I just found one that's like a really light one, and I like it.
I like this one too. This one
Okay.
I thought was cute. I have a lot of ghost stories, but one of my fun ones is when I was visiting a historic cemetery in North Adams, Massachusetts.
Ooh.
I usually put my phone on silent, but I forgot this time. And as I was wandering around, my phone went off kind of loud. And as I pull it out of my pocket, I hear a woman's voice behind me ask, "What is that?" I turned to say something back, sorry, or explain it was just a ringtone in case I'd accidentally startled someone. But when I turned, there was no one there. No one near me. No one on the street/sidewalk. I think I confused an 18th century lady ghost with my cell phone.
That's so cute.
I like that.
I love that one too.
What is that?
What is that little thing? What are you doing there? Okay, this is gonna be the last one. This one's I saw one word specific. You'll know why. I think I like this one. I haven't even read it. So I don't know if I classify it as a ghost story. You decide. Just because I think of her as an angel, not a ghost. You know how I fucking love the
Mm-hmm.
angels.
Mm-hmm.
However, my sister passed away a few weeks after I was doing dishes and felt air blow up against my neck. I was home alone. I walked into the other room and immediately smelled her perfume and the smell of cigarettes, the ones she smoked. I do not smoke and no one has ever smoked in my home. The smell of those two things combined literally hit me in the face. I felt for sure it was her. I smelled it then it went away. I've never experienced anything like that before or since then.
Wow.
I love that.
I love that too. I
That's
think that scent is often something that, like, when people talk about spirits visiting them,
I
scent is
told I
something
think
very
I
common.
responded to that girl and I told her that I do believe that ghosts and angels are kind of like one and the same in a lot of ways. And I was like, I think that's so cool because I say a lot of people have like angel abilities, but I feel like my version of angels is very different than what other people think of angels. I think of angels as
Yes.
kind of ghostly people, but that's just my view. But I thought that was really cute. We're all
I
spooked
love
out. I have
that.
to take off my glasses. How dark is it in here? Oh shit, it's getting dark. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now
Did you break your
me
glasses?
and Rosie are gonna literally be like curled up in balls, like watching comedy only, looking
What are you
around.
watching after this?
I don't know. We still have not watched Ted Lasso, which is a shame.
You know what? I avoided it. Houston watched it during the pandemic, and I of course walk by and I just see like a man, like men and sports, and I'm like, boring. No, and then I catch a couple of episodes. I think like this year, 20 like after all the hellscape, whatever, and I was like, damn, I wish I had this because I was in such a bad way
It's supposed to
last
be. I've
year.
heard it's very lighthearted and great, and I think we're
Oh,
gonna watch. We haven't watched the latest What We Do in the Shadows.
very good, by the
Oh,
way.
I'm so excited.
Get ready for a crazy cliffhanger that I don't know how they're gonna come back from. So you tell
Shit.
me what you think about it.
I'm trying to think of what else I'm watching. I'm watching we started The Maid, the Netflix. It's called
Oh yeah,
Maid.
that's supposed to be very popular.
I heard that Dope Sick on Hulu. I think Hulu might be really good.
I watched the first episode of that. It was very intriguing.
Okay.
I still haven't made my way through Squid Game yet. I think that we keep like Houston and I don't have too much overlap because he's been doing so much stuff. He had like a big sketch show this week that he had been prepping for like for many nights. So I'm excited to pick up on Squid Game.
Yeah, you kind of like want to watch that with someone else and like only can handle it in like bits because it's like, whoa, Jesus, fuck, like. It's like, geez, okay. I'm trying to think. There's just so many. I feel like all of a sudden there's so many shows coming out. So I'm like very excited.
I think anytime you need to pick me up, put on Ted Lasso. I swear it'll reverse your bad mood no matter what happens. I promise you.
So when there's like ghosts around, like let me just put on the Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso is a Ghostbuster. Like
I love that. I watched the Saturday Night Live with him.
Yes.
I just love him. So
he's
that.
Cute. I feel like I'm kind of just like, okay. I feel like
he's so cute. Like he's so cute.
He's gone a little under my radar.
Oh, I have always been like, woo woo, Jason Sudeikis, he's so hot. Also, let me just say thank you guys for sharing those ghost stories with us because a lot of them were very personal, and I'm just grateful that you guys are like into the ghost stuff like us, because some people can be like, what the fuck, y'all are wild, but you guys were really cool and you really wanted to share it, and you were very appreciative to like have this opportunity to share it, and I hope we told your guys' stories well. Yes, they were really cool, and now Rosie's light's flickering, so
I hope that everyone has a happy and safe Halloween. Don't play with a spirit board.
Don't play. Eat all the candy.
Don't do it. Ghosts don't come from Ouija boards, only demons. So that's just my hot tip.
That is a fact, actually, though.
Just eat some candy.
What is your favorite before we end? What's your favorite Halloween candy? Go.
Oh my god. Reese's the pumpkins.
Oh, okay. Mine's a toss up. I Snickers or Reese's pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Snickers. But thank you guys. This is our second.
Know why.
Wait, what were you saying? For end.
I don't know why, but Reese's pumpkins.
They're better than any of the other Reese's. Let's just be honest here.
That's just what I'm sharing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hope you guys aren't spooked too much. This is our second to last episode. Our last episode will be coming up next week, and then we're on holiday. We're gonna go celebrate Halloween and eat all the candy and watch all the Halloween movies.
Yes.
And I can't wait.
Thank you.
We love you guys. We love you guys. And subscribe, like, and we'll talk soon. Bye.